How do we determine what exercise routine is most effective? One month we might be convinced that high-intensity interval training is the answer. Then we switch to long-distance running or perhaps yoga, only to circle back to high-intensity interval training again. Our convictions seem to constantly shift, and even medical researchers frequently update their recommendations. So why is it so challenging to reach definitive conclusions on such matters? The Scottish philosopher David Hume tackled this fundamental question nearly 300 years ago. As an empiricist, David Hume maintained that our minds begin as blank slates. Everything we know comes through our experiences and observations of the world around us. This view contrasts with rationalists, who contend that knowledge can emerge from within through pure reasoning. They argue that truth can be discovered through logical deduction and mathematical principles alone, and this distinction matters. While rationalists like René Descartes question sensory evidence in pursuit of eternal truths, empiricists like David Hume emphasize direct observation. They see our dynamic physical world as the primary source of understanding. Empiricists believe that the physical world follows predictable patterns rather than existing in chaos. But what underlies this belief? The assumption that events follow a chain of causation. A plant grows because it receives water and sunlight. This principle of causation serves as the foundation for understanding our world. Each event stems from a prior cause, creating an endless chain of connection. This concept forms the basic structure of our material reality. Hume questioned whether this faith in causation was actually justified. He began by defining what we mean by cause and effect. There's the concept of contiguity, where events must occur near each other in space and time. There's temporal priority, where the cause must precede the effect, and there's constant conjunction, where this sequence must repeat consistently. These three elements allow us to understand past events and anticipate future ones, such as when we see smoke rising from a chimney and we conclude that a fire burns below. Similarly, we can predict that ice cream will melt if left in the sun. But are such predictions logically guaranteed? David Hume's groundbreaking answer was no. He coined his explanation as the problem of induction. When you watch a kettle of water begin to boil, you observe the water heating up. Then bubbles form, steam rises, and ultimately, the water transforms from still to turbulent. So why did the water boil? Because it was heated, and thus we assume a necessary connection, even though David Hume argues that something entirely different could occur next time. Before observing what happens, we have no logical certainty about the outcome. But even after observing it, can we actually see one event causing another, as we only witness one event following another, not the causal connection itself? So why do we believe one event causes another? The answer might surprise you, but it might simply be because of habit. When we repeatedly observe one event following another, we begin to assume they're connected, and this isn't based on logic but on custom. However, Hume isn't rejecting causation entirely, but he's simply pointing out that our belief in it stems from habit rather than pure reason. Understanding two distinct types of reasoning is crucial. Deduction starts with general principles to reach specific conclusions. For example, all planets orbit stars. Mars is a planet. Therefore, Mars orbits a star. This is deductive reasoning. It provides absolute certainty if the premises are true. Deductions typically confirm what we've already defined rather than revealing new insights. Induction begins with specific observations to form general rules. For example, every swan I've seen has been white. Therefore, all swans are probably white. This is inductive reasoning, and it deals with probability rather than certainty. So deduction moves from general to specific with certainty, while induction moves from specific to general with probability. When studying natural phenomena to discover laws, we rely on inductive reasoning. Hume revealed that this thinking isn't grounded in pure reason, but in our expectation that patterns will continue. So this is why one can say that all scientific theories remain provisional. That's why we revise our views. Like how our understanding of exercise benefits grows through inductive reasoning from repeated observations, forming tentative rules that are useful but never absolute, prompting adjustments when they fail. Our tendency to see causal connections in repeated events also explains why we might believe in coincidences or accept misinformation through repetition, while scientific claims based on induction require constant scrutiny and revision. In the end, this creates a distinction between merely accepting scientific claims and engaging in genuine scientific inquiry. I want to thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one.